to get your fix.
With the Wicks here on this beautiful Tuesday, November 29th, 2022, and welcome to the show. If it's your first time here, we talk all things NFL. So if that's something you would like, consider hitting the subscribe as we're trying to reach 200 subs by December 12th. We're only 25 or 26 away at this point, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. So let's get into it. The Denver Broncos have had a very interesting season. Okay, in the offseason, the addition of Russell Wilson, everyone was thinking, look, this is going to be a good team. Like, they're going to go on a run. They could, have a chance to win their division. Now that doesn't seem likely, at all. I'm pretty sure, the Chiefs are going to lock that up, okay? And Denver really is just fighting for maybe a third seed at this point in time. Russell Wilson and that offense has just been atrocious, been terrible, and we're going to get to Russell in just a minute. But we have to look at their schedule. What have they actually been up against this year? And let me tell you, it is not pretty. This team should be, well, to say the least, they should probably be 8-3, maybe 7-4, but they're not. Look at their schedule. This is what they've had up to this point. They lose to Seattle. Okay, well, it's just game one. But then they bounce back. They beat Houston. They beat the 49ers. I believe at the time the Niners were a little bit banged up, but they only won by one in a very, very horrible game, 11-10. Yeah. Look at their scores, for instance. 16, 16, 11. Then they lose to Las Vegas, which was a pretty decent ball game. And then they lose to the Colts. Take in mind the Raiders and the Colts, horrible ball teams right now. And they lose to the Chargers. The Chargers, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes they're really bad. Then you look at the New York Jets. They lose to them, but the Jets have been on a roll. The Jets are having the season that you would think the Broncos would have at this point. Okay? Then you look at Jacksonville. They beat them. Good one. They get the bye week, and then they're on a 3-game losing streak. They lose to Tennessee. Probably should have won. They lose to the Las Vegas Raiders. Probably should have won. Then they lose to Carolina, who they definitely should have won. Baker Mayfield, garbage. Sam Darnold, garbage. They have no weapon at wide receiver other than DJ Moore. Their defense is banged up. You're telling me Denver can't even get a win against the Carolina Panthers? Yikes. If you want to sum up the Broncos season in one word, it'd be yikes, or bad, or horrible, or atrocious. This team stinks. And I'm sorry for your Broncos fans out there, but look, reality is, you guys are 3-8 in this season. And you shouldn't be. It should be the complete opposite way around. And I think if you look at their next couple games, it's going to be tough. Their season is basically over. Their next two games involved these two people that I have right behind me, Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Okay, so let's look at what they have coming up. Baltimore at noon. Then they got primetime game on Sunday, December 11th against the Kansas City Chiefs. So there's 2 losses. Then they got the Arizona Cardinals, who, yes, they're struggling, but I think Cardinals are still the better overall team. So that's 3 losses. Then they got the Rams. That's a team they could beat because the Rams are having the worst Super Bowl defense in history, basically. They are god-awful. So Broncos could win that. Let's say they win that. Now they're 4-11. Pretty decent. Yikes. Then they have the Chiefs in Week 17. Probably going to lose that one. And then they got the Chargers. Who knows what's going to happen? They lost to them early in the year. Probably going to lose again. They might go 0-6 in their division. They just might go 0-6 in their division. That is a tough stretch. Baltimore, Kansas City, Arizona, Los Angeles Rams, Kansas City, and then Chargers. The only game I can see them actually winning is that Rams game. And if the Rams were even just a little bit better than what they have been, I don't think Denver wins at all the rest of the season. They are horrible. And you see the defense is starting to get in Russell Wilson's gear hey, let's go, come on. Because Russell Wilson has absolutely stunk it up this year. He has been horrible. Look at what Russell Wilson has done. 2,300 yards, which I believe ranks 17th among NFL quarterbacks. Yikes. 236.9 passing yards a game. Cool. Only 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns in the National Football League he's thrown this year for Russell Wilson, who was a stud in Seattle. But now we're hearing that, look, Team 3 and Russell Wilson has an ego, and it's his way or the highway. It's just, I have other words for Russell Wilson from what I've been hearing now lately, and it's true and it's coming out. It's like, this dude, he seems like a robot, but he's a horrible teammate. The fact that you have to type in or text the team messaging or the team chat in order to reach him is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He's not a leader. He is not a leader at all. And they're stuck with this man for quite some time. Only 8 touchdowns on the year. That ranks for not even top 20. Not even top. Jacoby Brissett has 12 touchdown passes. Andy Dalton has 14. Like, this is horrible, man. He has 5 interceptions with an 82.3 quarterback rating. Russell Wilson might not be the forefront of their problems, but he is one of them. The other one is Nathaniel Hackett, okay, the coach that they decided to hire this offseason. He has been horrible. His play calling, his time management has been awful. I mean, I feel so bad for Denver Broncos fans because this is the year. This is what their schedule. They have one hard game. Okay, so if we look at hard games, San Fran would be a hard one. They won. Cool. Chargers would have been another one. They lost. And now Kansas City and Baltimore is basically the hard games. They should have an 8-3 record right now. They don't. Broncos should be worried. Their fan base should be worried. They might lose the rest of their ball games without a blink of an eye. Russell Wilson's bad. Nathaniel Hackett's bad. The Broncos are in trouble. They need to figure it out this offseason, and it might start with the firing of Nathaniel Hackett. Who knows what's going to happen with Russell? I think he's going to end up staying there because they're tied to him. Why not? I mean, we'll see what happens next year, but Broncos country, let's die, basically is what they're saying over there. Anyways, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment what you think the Broncos need to do this offseason, or if you believe they're in trouble. And also subscribe to the channel. 200 subs is our goal by December 12th. Have a great rest of your day, folks, and you just got your fix with the Wicks.